What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to give you guys my first impression of GTA 5. I gotta say, there were hundreds of you watching me last night, and I just want to say to each and every one of you, I really do appreciate you jumping on my stream and watching me play. So I have never played GTA ever. I've never played any racing games, any games that had to do with driving cars. It just has never been my thing. Never played anything like that. Not chasing game, Need for Speed, nothing. So last night was my first experience, and if you guys were present on the stream, there was a lot of crashing. Lots of things that happened that some people have never seen before in the beginning of the game. I got robbed or there was an attempted robbery on me before I even got in a car at one point. It took me a while because a lot of people were saying that there's a certain way to change the sensitivity. I didn't want to do it during the stream because I tried and it was so confusing to me. So I just kind of left it alone and went on and did my thing. I feel like it's one of those things where I'm just going to have to try to control it. But I noticed that when I try to go to drive or when I turn or when I do certain turns, I have to really slow down. Especially when I'm being chased or something like that. And I want to flow, but I don't want to go too fast, but fast enough. So I have to figure out how to make that work. But anyway, I never cared to play it. And then the other day, Tyrone played it for the first time. And I was listening to him having so much fun. And initially, I was going to play Batman Arkham Asylum. Then I was just torn. So then I asked my fans, and you guys highly suggested that I play GTA 5. Well, I hope you're happy. So, it was fun. Despite all the crashes, tearing the hood off of my car, messing up the bumper, missing a bumper, running into cops, having a shootout in the beginning, that was interesting. Like at first I didn't even know how to duck. The way that because of everything that I've been playing before, this is so different. So in my mind, I thought that it felt like everything worked the same, and clearly it doesn't because it's a totally different game. But I see that there's two ways to play. I guess initially I don't know throughout the game, because when you first start, you see these guys are trying to, rob the joint or whatever. And at one point I accidentally hit the pad and it made it so as you only saw the gun. So it was kind of you and not seeing the actual character. I guess, what is that, third person? Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so there was two ways to kind of see that. But I wasn't comfortable with that because I didn't know what to expect with this game. So I kind of just left everything as it is. So that was really interesting. I didn't expect to have a shootout with the cops. That happened. And I think I did an okay job. And then at one point you had to beat the freaking train, because the driver of the getaway car gets shot and he gets thrown out the car. So now I have to drive. And I didn't expect to have to drive so soon. So that was a disaster, but I did beat the train. I didn't get hit by the train. So there was that. And then I got so far, I passed 2 missions and I was on there, I think, for a little over an hour. So we meet these 2 guys. The very, very first guy, I think his name was Melvin. I don't know. But then the other 2 guys that you end up meeting, he asks, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, Melvin, or the guy that has a son who is not so proud of his son. He's asking him where a certain house is, and I get at that point then you play as them or as him or whatever. So that's the problem that I had at this point. So getting into these cars and driving off thinking that the car isn't going to take off that fast. Well, it took off. I crashed into everything and everyone. I was saying sorry to people that I was running over. At one point I ran into somebody and you saw like blood splatter. Like it I this game is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The crap that they talk, the stuff that they have to do. From what I understand, though, there's a lot that you can do in this game. It's not like there are certain things or places that you can't go into. Like you can go into houses and buildings and rooms and things like that. Once I started to, like, slowly but surely, I was getting the hang of driving the car, but I had to drive it slow. So as soon as I had passed the mission and got into the shootout with the, I guess, the gang dudes, and I had to chase the guy on the bike, everybody on my chat was like, all right, now you gotta floor it. Now you gotta speed. And I'm like, what? I'm just getting the hang of driving. Now I've got to drive fast. Y'all know I can't do this yet. So I'm not used to high speed driving in a game. I'm not. And the fact that I just started playing something, it was a little overwhelming. I was trying not to get stressed out, y'all. It was a little overwhelming, but y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all have seen, if you guys have been here from the very beginning of my channel, you guys know I started off playing Fortnite. I was not good at it at all. My aim was horrible at some games, and at some points it's still horrible. But you guys have seen me evolve with gaming, and this will be no different because I like a challenge. I love to learn. This is something new. I so far I like it seems like they're going to get missions to go and steal cars and chase people and do things like that. But I'm interested to see how this goes. Like, I had fun driving when I wasn't crashing into anything. Um, so there was, I don't know if I left off. Oh, I didn't realize that in order to save, you have to go to sleep. Literally, you have to go home. But then someone told me there's like a quick save in your phone. So I'm going to try that when I get back on the stream. But so far, like, most of the game involved me just crashing, honestly. And there, like I said, there were hundreds of you that were watching me, which I truly appreciate. So I hope you guys come back to watch me again tonight. But I had fun. I had fun. They're talking, like, to me, and I've been to LA, so some of the places that I'm looking at, like, you know, Venice Beach or Santa Monica Pier, and of course they can't call it that, but it was all familiar to me, kind of like when I was playing Spider-Man 2, and there were so many places in New York that I've been to way too many times. So it's kind of cool to play a game where they are somewhere where you've been. It's kind of like, oh, I've seen that before, or, you know, so that's kind of fun. But I'm really interested to see what happens next. I am gonna try to stay committed to GTA 5. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to finish this game. If I don't get a handle on my driving, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I was learning how to control myself up until I found out that I had to do a high-speed chase behind this guy on the bike again. So I've got to figure out how, if I can, adjust the sensitivity, because I am playing on a PS5. A lot of you guys were asking me that last night. I'm playing on a PS5. I'm not playing on a PC. Don't have a keyboard, nothing. Okay, I'm on a console. So I have to go in and find out, you know, how to change that. If you guys know how to change that, please let me know in the comment section down below, because it's a little confusing to me. I don't know what to adjust in order for me to take the sensitivity down, because I feel like as soon as I press the gas even a little bit, it takes off. if I toggle just a little bit, it's like a sharp turn. And a lot of you guys were telling me not to use up all of my slow motion. I didn't know that there was a limit on it. So, feel free to let me know how to change that, like where to go in the controls. If you guys know, that would be really, really helpful for me. But so far, so good. I am definitely extremely interested to see where this goes, what happens, what are the cars that I'm going to see and drive and things like that. Who am I going to be chasing? Clearly, I done got into a shootout. I got chased by the cops. I almost got robbed from my car, all within the beginning of the game. So, yeah, but I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying GTA 5. So, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed my first impression. Please make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel because YouTube is unsubscribing people. I don't know why people are just being unsubscribed on certain channels. So just make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure that you guys share whenever I am on or any video that I have, you guys. And your notifications are on, because if you guys showed up the way that you did last night, trust me, you're not going to want to miss any of my gameplay for GTA 5. So make sure that your notifications are on so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. And I will see you guys on the next one. Toodles!